To begin, I would want to share with you some of the insights that I gained from reading a book called Money Psychology today. The impact that money has on human behavior in society, utility, and beyond. It is fascinating to consider money from a philosophical standpoint because it embodies both a psychological dimension and a utility dimension. It operates as a medium of exchange, a unit of account, and a store of value, all of which are easy applications of its usefulness. On the other hand, the psychological side is quite complicated. Money can represent several things, such as success, power, and freedom, as well as greed, inequity, and corruption. Alienation and social connections. As George Simmel and Karl Marx later pointed out, the presence of money can result in the depersonalization of social connections, so transforming personal ties into transactions. Due to the fact that money makes everything quantifiable, it has the potential to separate individuals from one another as well as the genuine worth of commodities and services. Matters with ethical implications. When it comes to matters of morality, the acquisition of wealth presents ethical problems regarding the manner in which money is gained and the intended use of it. Plato and Aristotle were among the philosophers who studied the virtues and vices that are associated with wealth. They came to the conclusion that moral character, rather than wealth, is the actual measure of a person's worth. Distributive justice. Discussions of fairness and justice in distribution are frequently included in philosophical disputes concerning money. For instance, John Rawls' theory of justice suggests that societal structures, such as those that control the allocation of wealth, ought to be designed in such a way that they are advantageous to the members of society who have the least amount of advantages. Influence of money, power, and politics on government. Another field of philosophical investigation is the role that money plays in politics and government. Concerns of substantial importance include the impact that wealth has on political processes, as well as the consequences that this has for democracy and equality. Global inequality. The distribution of wealth among nations and the economic structures that perpetuate inequality are topics of discussion on a global scale, and they are the subject of both philosophical and practical debate. Among the most important questions are those concerning the ethics of global capitalism as well as the duties that wealthier nations have toward less prosperous nations. Money in the years to come. The cryptocurrency and digital currency market. The emergence of digital currencies such as Bitcoin has given rise to fresh philosophical inquiries concerning the fundamental characteristics of monetary systems. The traditional banking system and the government's authority over currency are both challenged by these technologies, which give rise to concerns over privacy and security as well as the nature of real money. In light of the fact that money is becoming more and more abstract, in the shape of digital forms, cryptocurrencies, and sophisticated financial instruments, the philosophical question of what we value and why it is important is becoming more and more relevant. A separation between money and the work or resources that it pretends to represent might result from this abstraction, which can lead to a disconnect. Final thoughts. The philosophy of money is not merely an academic study, rather, it has consequences that are relevant to the real world. Gaining an understanding of the philosophical foundations upon which our economic systems are built can assist us in navigating the moral and ethical conundrums that arise in a world that is profoundly impacted by monetary values. Not only does it make us rethink how we spend our money, but it also makes us consider how our notions of success, happiness, and worth are influenced by it. As we move forward into new frontiers of currency and commerce, these philosophical investigations will continue to be essential in guiding the ethical and practical judgments that communities all over the world make. Thank you, and kindly subscribe and like this post.